Hi, church family. Today's devotional is called Sinduk Soknai. The title, I will admit, is gibberish because I have no idea how to spell it properly, but I said it right. It's a Vietnamese expression and it means, would you like a free book? From Chicago 10 years ago, I was on a mission trip in Port Arthur, Texas, to serve in a Vietnamese community. We were given many copies of the New Testament in Vietnamese, and we went door to door to give away as many copies as we could. And I'm happy to say we did give all of ours away. I don't know if any of them changed lives, but we did it. It was on this mission trip that I almost died. I stepped out of a shower, forgot there was a step, and fell down backwards, hitting the back of my head on a wooden bench. On the way down, all I could think was, God, they're going to find me naked. Now, if I repeated that moment 10 times, I don't think it's possible that I could have hit my head any harder than I did on that hardwood bench. To this day, I don't know why I didn't die. Well, actually, we all know why I didn't die. Still, if you haven't noticed, I'm not a small guy. So when I say I hit that bench hard, I just can't express to you how hard I hit my head. And miraculously, not only didn't I pass out, after I went to the ER and was tested, I found that I did not crack my skull. I had a concussion, and I spent the rest of the mission trip slightly dazed, dizzy, and but with a renewed vigor for Christ's purpose for me. Why did I live? You know, I thought of this moment when CT passed. Why did I live? Why did he die? Again, we all know the answer to that. It wasn't my time. I spent the remainder of that mission trip in spiritual bliss. Yeah, I had a headache, but I was so grateful that God gave me more time to continue his purpose for me on this earth for a while. These days, I don't know why I walk into a room sometimes, but I remember this silly expression, this obscure Vietnamese expression, Sinduk Soknai. If I'm completely honest, I consider CT, and for that matter, George Davis, better deacons than me. They were dedicated, gentle, consistent. I wonder if that's why they got to go home first. Ecclesiastes, I think, is very fitting at this time. Chapter 3, verses 1 through 8. For everything there is a reason, a time for every activity under the sun. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to harvest. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to cry and a time to laugh. A time to grieve and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to turn away. A time to search and a time to quit searching. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be quiet and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. I will continue on as long as God wants me to be here, and I will try to be as good a man, a good friend, as good a husband, father, as my brothers, C.T. and George Davis. Sin Duck Suck Night. I love you, church.